Hi, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy.
And together we're the Rainbow Grannies. Yay!
I remember the first time I saw a lesbian where I knew she was a lesbian. I was about 15 years old watching a TV show with my mom. It was the Mike Douglas show, where he would have guests on the show, and this one day his guest was a woman because she was a lesbian. That was the topic of the day. And I was looking at her, and I saw, she had dark hair, cut short. She was wearing a blazer. And I kept looking and looking at her. I don't remember a word she said. All I could think of was, I always thought that there was this, like a barrier, like straight people on this side and gay people on that side. And when I was watching her on TV, I felt that barrier literally fall away. That she is gay on that side, but there is no side. She's no different from any of the hundreds of other people I see in everyday life. And that just fascinated me.
So what we used to see too with talk shows like that, like Mike Douglas and Sally Jesse and all those old talk shows, that was actually a topic. They wouldn't dream of having you on a talk show now just because you're a lesbian.
Right.
I mean, that was like, it was like, oh, they're having lesbians on Sally Jesse Raphael, hurry home. I do remember running into a few ladies that I thought were, but nobody in my small town in Ohio, nobody came out and just said, yes. I mean, of course, you got those ladies that you wonder, because they live by themselves or they live with their friend or their sister or something like that.
Do you remember anybody specific in your neighborhood when you were growing up?
We had a neighbor lady. She was a very nice lady. She would sit there and talk with me, and she had a short haircut. And actually, she was awful butch, but she had married this neighbor man, and she would go fishing and show me her fish and all her gear and stuff. So I loved seeing her. So I knew in my heart, she never came out or nothing, but I knew in my heart, that she was gay. And so her and the man, he stayed married with her for probably 2-3 years, not long. But then she went on to live on her own and happily ever after.
Right.
And he was happy too.
The next time I can really remember seeing a lesbian where I knew she was a lesbian was after I came out to myself. And there was a lesbian gay poetry reading. And I write poetry, so I went to this reading. And there I saw a woman stand up to start reading her poem. And she was wearing a T-shirt and corduroy pants and sneakers, just like me. And then I looked at the other women, and she was wearing a T-shirt, blue jean sneakers, T-shirt, corduroy, all these women who were dressed like me. And I was just blown away. I thought, I'm home.
But we still, whenever we're out and about, we still, like when you look up and you see somebody, I'll look at Judy, I'll say, hey, I think they're family,
Right.
because we get excited even all this time and people out. We've been to every kind of lesbian festival you could imagine.
We still have that gaydar on where we pick each other out.
So happy to see one of us,
yeah.
like, hey, or like with some of the shirts I'll wear, hey, I like your shirt, or I like your watch band,
Right, because we're in a rainbow watch band.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's nice, that we're always looking for each other.
Right, but then now here's the other interesting thing. Like I remember, going to a water slide park. And we're at the water slide park, and there were these families there, and then there was this girl who was maybe 8 years old. And she looked, like a little baby dyke 8-year-old, and she kept staring at us and staring at us. And so we thought, she recognizes something, and she's just not sure what it is she recognizes.
Right.
And and this happens numerous times.
It is amazing, and I see that with a lot of children. Like we'll be out and about, and you'll see them, and they'll just be like, just mesmerized, And we're not doing anything unusual. I'm not dressed in boas or nothing like that.
And then there are the ones who are out to themselves, and they know because we went swimming one day.
Yes.
Yeah, tell them about that story.
That was wonderful. We were swimming, and we had my gay pride towels sewed out. I got my rainbow sunglasses. If it comes in rainbow, I try to own it, right? So we're sitting there. I'm sitting there, and she's out in the water with my daughter. They're having a nice time.
And this girl was a teenager.
Oh yes, this little girl was like 16 or so, she comes over and she says, "Excuse me," she says, "are you part of the LGBT community?" And I looked at her and I laughed and I said, "Well, yes. How'd you guess?" You know, I'm kind of messing with her too. And she says, "Well, you know, you had the rainbow towel and everything." She says, "But all day I've been wanting to come over here and talk to you. And my mom and dad kept telling me to come over, go talk to you. It's okay." And I'm like, you know, yes, you can come talk to me. So then she comes over and she wants to just talk to me because she wants to connect. And where she lived, there wasn't very many of us, or at least none of that she knows. So it was like, "Oh my God, there's a lesbian."
And it turns out that she had a girlfriend, and it turned out that her mom, you know, we talked with her mom and dad too, and her mom said, "Yeah, my mom came out a year ago, and we're fine with it. It's perfectly cool." But, you know, and so we got to talk with her parents too and tell them about parents and friends of lesbians and gays, you know, organization. They never heard of it. And so we let them know that too. So it's,
Right, because a lot of times the parents need support too. You know, parents, they need support. Not only do the kids that are coming out need the support, parents need support because they got a whole bunch to deal with that they weren't expecting. So,
and they want to know how to, you know, help their kids who want to figure out how to meet people who are gay, because that's what we do. Closeted or out to ourselves, we're constantly looking for one another. I don't know, I think it's some kind of affirmation.
Right, that we're not alone. So it does seem nice, you know. I mean, when you go online and you search right now and you look for, you know, older lesbians.
Right, here we are.
Here we are, you know. And guess what? There's a bunch of other ones of us too. They're just not as colorful and fun. So I want to thank you all for watching us today. Thank you for sharing your time and stuff. And so while you're here, make sure.
Please hit the subscribe button and the notification button so that you know when we post our next video.
That's right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Your swagger and your bearing and just right clothes you're wearing, your short hair and your